Well, here I am. Now what?
There doesn't seem to be any obvious peril, does there? Have a seat and I'll ping back the IP sending us the distress signal.
Let's have a seat.
Rumor has it that something is amiss with an Albion.
Miss? A flip phone. Charming. But if it's a joke, I'm a bit lost.
It's a cryptophone. It's secure. Every device on CTOS can be compromised. If we're overheard, we're dead. Both of us.
Pardon me, who's speaking?
Not important. What matters is that I have inside information on SIRS, and I believe the people who framed you are rogue officers. And loath as I am to say it, DedSec may be my only hope to stop them.
I'm listening, but you'll have to win me over first.
Good. I hid coordinates to a meeting place on a device in that establishment.
Quick, but...
Sabine? Bagley? What are we getting ourselves into here?
All right, that's a wrinkle. So this SIRS bloke says Zero Day are a bunch of Secret Service dickheads. I mean, I suppose it does make sense. The bombings were too sophisticated for randos, but SIRS could pull it off.
Officially, SIRS, or the Signals Intelligence Response Service, uses surveillance data drawn from CTOS to identify large-scale terrorist and criminal threats. An Albion to shoot the threats in the face, for example.
And in the wake of escalating violence in London, the SIRS is extending the right to use lethal force to law enforcement and Albion securities.
Unofficially, SIRS uses your data to read your mind and arrest you for having naughty thoughts.
So we have means and opportunity, which leaves motive. SIRS are fascist pricks, but they're supposed to stop groups like Zero Day from doing terrorist shite. Why cause one? When you meet this guy, ask.
Of course I will. Or else. Let's move on the gate, shall we? Waltz in.
I have a problem. Our contact's not here, and there are signs of a struggle.
SIRS may be onto him. If you get access to the area's surveillance infrastructure, I can rebuild the scene in AR.
Right then. I'll see what I can do.
CTAR. We are okay. I thought it'd be so difficult just to move on. Alrighty. I will be using you. Why did I jump? Come back on. 3, 2, 1. Return you to... We're gonna get our blue source. Blue source is right here. I will take that to unlock that.
Whether or not it was an immigration
And we are good.
I think we are surgeon. Bloody full.
If you all would like me to check out these scenes with me doing all the shenanigans with the drone and whatever, you can let me know.
That's done it. Now return to the scene and I'll reconstruct what happened to our contact.
CTOS AR data read.
That appears to be our contact.
Hey. Hey. Man behind.
Bloody hell.
Yes, it certainly doesn't look like his best day, does it? Analyze the clues in the AR space to find out what happened to him.
This guy here. He shot a shotgun. What?
This is a non-lethal weapon, so odds are he's still alive, though he may not want to be.
Oh, behind us. So it's like, oh, it's a rubber.
They've taken our SIRS contact away, but they may still be nearby. I can reconstruct the vehicle's path from unsecured CCTV recordings. That should allow you to follow it.
No problem. Oh, we are so far. Okay,
Will this make my life easier, or will it make it harder?
we are following.
You have reached your destination.
We are following this thing. Jesus Christ, I know I can't drive it.
Let's find this one. Drone, begin search.
The reconstruction's nearly finished, and so's our contact if you don't hurry.
Wrong way?
It looks like our contact's assailants stopped here, but I can't see them nearby. Let's analyze the data to see if we can find out where they went.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Let's switch vehicles. Interesting. Voila.
Our contact's assailants are switching vehicles to elude pursuers, which is standard operating procedure for private military burks like Albion.
Albion? I'd have thought they'd be SIRS.
What can I tell you? They're mercenaries. If you keep looking, you might find out why they're interested in an SIRS whistleblower. I've completed a thorough analysis of the vehicle and concluded it is a van.
Fascinating. What else?
Well, I could also mention that the minute traces of sand in the tire tracks indicate that it's been on a construction site recently. But you know me, hate to sound like a smartass. I've been scanning nearby construction yards for Albion activity and, long story short, some dozy git has forgotten to turn off the security camera in the makeshift torture room.
Let's see it.
Hey.
I'm not who you think I am.
You're Malik, a SIRS officer and a leaky fucking twat.
It's not me. I swear to God, please.
Calm down. I'm DedSec. You called us.
Of course. You shouldn't have come here. Now they'll know for sure I've betrayed them.
I just saved your life.
No, you've just damned us both. Look, I'll upload the intelligence onto an anonymous FTP. It'll explain everything.
Actually, how about you explain everything?
My name is Richard Malik. I'm an intelligence analyst. I believe Zero Day are rogue SIRS officers who framed you for the bombings to seize power. Now they're murdering or blackmailing anyone who threatens them, which now somehow includes me.
Right. Bagley will go through the intelligence. Just don't make me regret this.
That I can't promise.
Malik has made his way out, and now I suggest you do the same.
Hold it! This is the least boring thing I've done for a while. Let's definitely check that intel.
All right, 1 second.
Bagley, analyze the intelligence to set up a briefing. ASAP.
I'm here. Are you ready to begin?
Here's the gist. Malik's intelligence checks out. A rogue faction of SIRS officers framed DedSec for the bombings to consolidate power over the government. But now they've noticed that some people are standing up to the new order, and they're blaming you.
I believe these are the people you call Zero Day. I don't know their names, but it's safe to assume they have a ringleader. And in my experience overseas, removing the leader...
Yes, we stopped the leader, we stopped Zero Day. But why come to us now?
2 weeks ago, a shell company connected with Zero Day's operations imported 40 kilos of Semtex from an old Soviet bloc depot. But it never left London. Which means Zero Day is planning a bombing that will make those earlier bombings look like a bonfire. And I think I know why.
As we're all now painfully aware, false flag attacks are a common propaganda tool for despots. Kill a load of people and the rest fall into line behind whoever says they won't let it happen again. In this case, Zero Day.
Which means we both want to discover who's pulling Zero Day strings and stop them.
We need to get hold of the personnel dossiers of anyone connected with the earlier bombings and their cover-up. Then Malik and I can analyze their common connections and work out who's in charge of Zero Day.
And I'll be on the comm to observe.
So if Malik's right, Zero Day are some kind of shadowy cabal of spies who blew up half the city to secretly take control of the government. But now they're pissed off that someone's standing up to them, so they're going to do it again. That's awful.
I agree. You'd think they'd come up with something besides another bombing. Bit of a double beat, isn't it?
Sabine, be honest. Is this our doing? Is Zero Day doing this just because we're standing up to them?
Cut that victim-blaming shit. I'd rather get blown up 1,000 times than lie down just so some wannabe tyrants can stamp on my face.
Well, here I am.
You're stealing SIRS personnel dossiers. The organization is strictly compartmentalized, so they aren't stored in one central location.
Spying on spies. Finally, some excitement. What's the first move?
SIRS uses a supercomputer called Filament to process information drawn from the CTOS network. It's like Noodle, if you could use it to search every document on every civilian, government, or commercial device everywhere in the United Kingdom. Instantly.
Bloody hell!
You can be horrified if you want, but it's saved thousands of lives. Get access to a filament terminal and I'll provide you with the search terms.
Okay. What do you want, shitface?
You're in. Now find the thing. That's the target. Should be hackable. Transfer complete.
Tell me what we've got, Bags.
Oh, look at that. He hasn't been exploiting vulnerabilities at all. He's been patching them. Looks like our hacker's a grey hat.
Keep talking.
He's been particularly focused on exploits around the organ transfer list. Anyone who got their hands on these exploits would have a lot of control over that waiting list.
Now, that sounds like something DedSec should sink its teeth into.
We're being contacted by our potential recruit. Patching them through now.
I'm in your debt.
Best thing you could do is join DedSec. We could use you.
All right, mate. I'm in.
I am here.
You're stealing SIRS personnel dossiers. The organization is strictly compartmentalized, so they aren't stored in one central location.
So we spy on the spies. Clever. What is the plan?
SIRS uses a supercomputer called Filament to process information drawn from the CTOS network. It's like Noodle, if you could use it to search every document on every civilian, government, or commercial device everywhere in the United Kingdom. Instantly.
Fuck.
You can be horrified if you want, but it's saved thousands of lives. Get access to a Filament terminal and I'll provide you with the search terms.
This city.
So this is Filament. Impressive. I can help you break in, but we're going to leave a trail, unless of course Malik has an idea.
There. I've persuaded Filament Security to log that Spiderbot's activity as system maintenance.
For a SIRS agent, you're being quite open with us.
It's not like the movies. Spies aren't the police. I believe in working with the lesser evils like DedSec to protect society from the greater ones.
So why did 0 Day kill all my friends?
There are differing schools of thought.
Dossiers acquired. Leaving mission area.
Good work.
I have the personnel files.
Right, so we do a simple CTOS contact analysis and work out who's in charge of 0 Day. I'll have it done before you can say Guantanamo.
I'll handle the classified data, thank you very much.
It would be so much faster if I worked with you in order to do this.
The people in these dossiers are connected, but not necessarily complicit. It will take intelligence expertise to separate the wheat from the chaff. And when I discover something actionable, I will contact you.
He's disconnected. Pleasant fella. I have Malik for you.
Connect him.
We have to meet. There's been a complication. I can't access the files you stole.
Excuse me?
The files are logged, and a moment after we got them, I received this.
Hello, Richard. We see you're trying to find us by looking into our associates. That's a good idea. Hope you don't mind if we borrow it. Who was your masked savior, we wonder?
I've sent Bagley the coordinates for a meeting. I hope I don't need to explain why this is a priority.
Did you do that on purpose?
No, don't get up. I need a high-ranking SIRS officer's biometrics, eyes and fingers.
No, we don't have time for this.
Keep your voice down. The data was encrypted.
And? Bagley can handle that.
Not faster than I could, and I've tried. It's hopeless in the time we have. Look, if you don't help me, 0 Day wins. Which means we all die.
Fuck me. Fingers. I'll need some ice and a hacksaw.
No. High-res photos will do. The problem is it has to be the acting Home Office liaison. And SIRS will burn their credentials if they're attacked. It's protocol. So you'll have to get them the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, torture.
Christ, no. Develop a relationship. Get someone close and take the photos covertly.
All right, easy enough.
This part of the craft can be ugly. Send someone who can handle it.
Could you give me a hand here, Bagley?
I suggest you begin your relationship with the SIRS Home Office liaison the way you would with anyone, by meticulously poring over every detail of their life and hunting them down.
I'm listening.
The SIRS Home Office liaison is the bridge between the government and its intelligence service. Their office at Downing Street would be a good place to start your relationship.
That's the move, then.
The SIRS Home Office liaison works here, but I'm not seeing them on any unsecured surveillance. Ah, but their assistants here. Start by hacking them.
Message received.
Found her.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Why would you say that? One more lead comes up. Russian submarine.
Disturbance detected. Beginning evacuation.
Download complete. Now scarp her or they'll kill you for sure. Got it. 16 email threads indicate the Home Office liaison is a right lush. She spends most of her time down at the Three Hawker Boys. If you want to start a relationship with her, that's as good a place as any.
Drop the location on my map.
Done.
Hi. Awkward question. Did we get matched on invite?
If we didn't, I'm going to have their CEO killed.
Maybe don't. I was just kidding.
Careful who you fib to. Someone almost died.
Now, that would be awkward.
I should say. Shall we move this conversation somewhere a bit more private?
Oh, my. Didn't know you could do that. What other secrets are you hiding?
Wouldn't you like to know?
So after all that, did you acquire the biometric data?
Confirmed. Eye and finger scans are secure. And on a personal note, that was nice. Might have needed that.
Brilliant. Now what?
It seems you'll have to maintain the ruse a bit longer. The upload is still going, and I have an incoming connection from the liaison.
Patch her through.
Enough crap. Who the hell are you? You working for the Russians? China? Fucking America?
If I was a spy, would I have answered? Just calm down. Let's talk about this.
Oh, do shut up.
Upload complete. Malik is on the line. I'm sure he'll be very grateful and polite.
This will have to do. We can meet at Westminster Abbey to discuss the results. And I wanted to say, you performed somewhat better than anticipated.
Wow, what a compliment.
He's disconnected.
Seriously?
Resting place have noted cousin fucker King Edward I.
Is that in any way relevant, Bagley?
It is if you're his cousin. Anyway, have a seat. I'll notify Malik you've arrived.
I have to walk away. I haven't slept in 76 hours. I can't do this.
You're just tired.
No, I'm afraid. I know who runs Zero Day, and I don't think I can beat her.
Do what you have to do, but first a name. I'm not asking.
All right. I'm trusting you with this. My analysis indicates that Zero Day is led by the current director of SIRS counterterrorism, Emma Child. Legend has it she's the reason that Gorbachev survived the coup in '91, but more than that, she's my friend. She mentored me through my first field assignment years ago.
Well, nothing lasts forever.
Wait. There's always a margin of error. If you go after Emma and I'm wrong, you'll have her and Zero Day to contend with. Confirm it's her before you do anything.
We'll be careful.
Be right. Or we'll both be dead.
I hate to agree with a career snoop, but Malik's right. We need to tread carefully here. This is the head of SIRS fucking counterterrorism we're moving against.
We're not moving against anyone, not until we know more. First, we need to confirm the intel on Emma Child.
Okay, I can live with that. So how do we find her?
Bagley, check those SIRS dossiers. Find out who's working for Child. If we can get into their comms, they'll bring us right to her.
Done.
Oh, aren't you clever? But we can't just wait around for them to slip up and blab Emma Child's location. We have to make them slip up and call a meeting with her. So we do something big, something old school DedSec. Really scare the shit out of them.
Emma Child is the head of SIRS counter-terror, which coordinates operations with Albion out of the old MI6 building. So, if we were to break in and leave a message that we know will get back to her...
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
That is the old MI6 building, one of the most prominent intelligence organizations in the world. But now, thanks to SIRS taking over, the dark heart of every secret scheme and bloody coup in the whole of Europe. So, no huge difference, really.
This is some deep shit I'm getting myself into.
Bagley, don't scare her. You just have to find the central server room and connect us. We'll do the rest. You've got this. That's the case file server there. Connect Bagley and we'll take care of it.
Acknowledged.
Quick mission update, but you have to promise not to be mad.
Don't care, just give me the short version.
Well, since you didn't promise, I can't give you the details, but suffice to say there's an absolute piss monsoon of Albion goons heading your way.
Done.
Holy shit. I'm just glad we're on the same side.
Good job. Now get to safety. We'll contact you when we have an update.
Moving in!
There's no winning, mate. I'll flush him out. Moving up. Suspect injured. In the car, the body bag. Which one? He was over there. Keep searching.
Heading to last known position. I've been shot! Where did they go? Are you gonna hide all day?
Going in for a look.
You're not going to escape.
I'm moving in. We have the suspect's last known position. Check it out. I know you're here somewhere. Fucker could be anywhere. Keep your eyes open.
Code 3. Closest units proceed to alarm location.
Look at that. Your plan worked. There's more buzz coming from Emma Child's organization than a nest of randy wasps.
I thought that would take longer.
Well, I may have sent everyone in Child's inner circle security footage of your little MI6 operation, just to speed things up a bit.
Is that safe?
No, not really. But then you're a violent insurgent who runs around in a colourful mask punching mercenaries, stealing top-secret intelligence and driving through street cafes. Define safe.
Point taken. So what's next?
A small group is meeting with Emma Child in a parking garage. They've switched off the CCTV cameras, but if you connect me to the building's CTOS hub, I can switch them back on, because I'm very clever.
That's our play then.
Reminder, this is the parking garage where Emma Child is meeting with her inner circle. Malik has asked that you confirm she really is in charge of Zero Day before we do anything. So try and hack the camera system to see if we can get a look at that meeting.
What is this?
It's too much of a coincidence. He slips away and our case server gets hit. Richard Malik is behind this.
I've got wetwork assets on standby, Mrs. Child.
Malik is dead the moment he surfaces.
What do you mean, the moment he surfaces? Are you telling me we have nothing?
Yes, ma'am. For lack of a better word, he's vanished. Hasn't been at work, hasn't been at home, hasn't bought anything with a card.
Of course he hasn't. He's not a moron. He knows our tools. We can't rely on filament. We have to use our fucking eyes and ears.
He may have left London. Perhaps he's hiding out in the country.
This is why all these excuses smell like horse shit.
We do have a supporting theory, Mum. We think Malik's been in contact with DedSec. It could be they're hiding him.
He's treating London like enemy territory. He's made contact with the local insurgency and got them working with him. So, here's what we're gonna do. Reallocate all resources to the DedSec file. If we shake that tree long enough, Malik's bound to fall out. Do your fucking jobs. Get out there and kill some terrorists.
Bagley, call Malik.
He's not answering.
I'm moving in.
Shit, you're right. Go. This might be our only chance.
Emma Child just opened a secure optic link to the Home Secretary. If you really want to clear your names for the bombings, this may be your chance to gather the evidence. Get close to the car and I can hack in, plugging you into Emma Child's comm. Try to drive casually.
This is Director Child coding in. Kilo Alpha Kilo 711.
Code and voice print confirmed. You're on a secure line to the Home Office, Director.
Hold on, Mr. Secretary. I seem to have a communications anomaly. Probably nothing, but let's switch channels to be safe.
Well, that's annoying. Stay close and I'll see if I can get them back.
We're reallocating resources to the DedSec file. Mr. Secretary, I wanted to bring this up directly because of the recent incident with your liaison to the service.
Oh. Oh, God. You think that was DedSec? I thought we'd chalk that up to your problem child, that, Malik, was it?
Yes. That's the sensitive bit, Mr. Secretary. There's new evidence that suggests Malik may be working with DedSec.
For fuck's sake, Emma, this is a disaster.
It's under control.
Shit. Sorry, Tom, but we have to switch channels again. One moment.
Oh, it seems this conspiracy goes all the way to the top. Or close to it, anyway. Stay nearby, we've almost got it.
And just how exactly is any of this under control, Emma?
Because one of them is currently hacking into my car's comm. That's where those anomalies are coming from.
You sound suspiciously calm about that.
This isn't my first day, Tom. I'm not in the car. It's a decoy. But it does have an active beacon that's calling Albion down right on top of them as we speak. I'll have one of them in custody within an hour.
That was me disconnecting this time. You had better run. I have Malik for you.
I'm going underground. I can't risk direct contact anymore.
Hold it. You heard what she said. She wants to kill you. There's your proof.
I did hear her. She knows I'm working with you, which means she's closer than I thought. I'm sorry, but we're out of time. Goodbye.
What's a wanker?
Fuck him. We know who's behind Zero Day now. We don't need him. We just have to find her.
As it happens, when I was getting intimate with the MI6 server, I came across a list of SIRS safe houses scattered throughout the city. There are quite a few, though.
But what about the data from child supporters? If we cross-reference their GPS info against this list, we'd know where they've been.
Brilliant. Prioritize them by likelihood, Bags. Let's get this bitch.
You're near an Emma Child's hideout. Poke around to see if you can find a clue.
Copy that.
Terribly sorry, everyone, but one of your teammates has been kidnapped.
What the hell? SIRS has got to be behind this. That was way too clever for Albion acting on their own. The question's why.
Well, they're being tortured for information about Malik, of course. I thought that was obvious when we saw that meeting where Emma Child said, and I'm paraphrasing, kidnap someone and torture them for information about Malik.
Fuck. We have to find Malik. Bags, there's got to be some way to get him a signal.
Sure, I've marked a location for you. In his eagerness to leave Huff, Malik failed to encrypt his last message. It was almost too easy to trace it back to his safe house.
Okay, get on with it.
Malik has a stick so far up his arse it controls his thoughts. By now he'll have noticed his error and moved, but there's no way he isn't monitoring that safe house computer. If we use it to send a message like, return our calls or we tell Child everything, I'm sure the stick will compel him to listen.
All right, give it a go.
Agreed. Let's get this done.
Finish up. You've been activated.
Perfect. Just starting to feel stupid enough to do this.
Blow it out your ass.
There's a potential recruit you may want to check out. Pushing your location.